Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today I wanted to take an in-depth look at what I think is the most violent and extreme clip of the Bad Batch and the Clone Wars combined. I'll say it, I can't think of another more horrific Clone Wars clip, and not horrific in the sense of like terrible or bad, but in the sense of like frightening and violent and, you know, rated R cartoon for children, if it were. So we're going to go over this. I still don't have my desktop computer, so that's why I'm doing more of these videos. And I've been having fun doing these videos. I'll be honest. I understand why people like, Star Wars Theory and Eckhart's Ladder do these sort of Star Wars review videos and stuff. They're fun. But I do want to get back to my roots of gaming. You guys know I'm a gamer, boys. So I'm excited for my desktop to come. I hope it comes this weekend. I don't know if it will. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you thought of the video. And let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's Guerrera?
I don't know, but I wouldn't tell you if I did.
I believe you. Do any of you have information you'd like to share?
We don't know anything. We were promised transport off-world, that's all.
Then you're of no use to the Empire.
What are you doing? Guerrera's fighters are dead. These are civilians. We should bring them in.
Those weren't our orders.
Forget our orders. This is wrong.
So you're not going to comply?
No, none of us are. Ignore the clone. We signed up to be soldiers, not an execution squad. We're going to detain the prisoners and take them in for questioning.
You want to know why they put me in charge? It's because I'm willing to do what needs to be done. Good soldiers follow orders. Finish the mission.
Alright, so I just played the clip for you guys, and I get chills every time I watch this clip. I don't know if you guys think that this is the most violent clip from the Bad Batch and the Clone Wars combined, but I certainly feel as though it does, live up to that description. Now, it's a very pivotal scene, to be quite honest. This scene is very, very important to the show. It really, truly shows how Crosshair has gone to the dark side, essentially. He has gone from fighting for the Republic, fighting for his friends, fighting with his friends, to a complete and utter war machine. He has no sympathy, no empathy, nothing. There is nothing going on but hatred for his old squad and a determination to follow out orders, even if they are extraordinarily harsh. So let's go ahead and analyze what actually happened in this scene. So a group of Twi'lek freedom fighters, as well as some supposed civilians who are just getting transport off-world, or as though they say that's what they are. We can't quite tell. They could just be saying this to get out of their current situation. We don't know. But, we'll take them at face value. They do look like civilians. So a ship full of half freedom fighters, half civilians is stopped by the Empire, and most of the ground forces of theirs are completely slaughtered. In fact, all of them, I'm pretty sure. I don't think anyone got away. And now it's just these people being taken as prisoners of war by Crosshair and his brand new stormtrooper squad. Now we can see that there is a flamethrower unit in the squad, and I think this was a very specific choice by Dave and the other writers of the Bad Batch. I think a flamethrower is easily one of the most horrific and, anti-human weapons of all time. It basically deprives the victims of their humanity. It burns them to death, a horrible way to die. It is a atrocious weapon. And I think there is a very good reason that we don't really see too much of that in the Clone Wars. We did see them using them against Geonosians, which was kind of dark in of itself. But other than that, clone troopers didn't use them too often, I don't think. So I think here against, civilians, having a flamethrower is supposed to represent just how dark the Empire is compared to the Republic. Now, immediately upon talking to one of the freedom fighters, who says, "I'm not going to tell you where Guerrera is," Crosshair just up and shoots her right away. He asks one question, and that's it. There's no major interrogation, anything like that. This man is here to get his information, and he doesn't care who he has to go through to get it. This is possibly one of the darkest moments of Crosshair in all of we've seen of him. Just straight up KOing a prisoner of war after asking a single question. But it gets worse from here. So after that, Crosshair goes and asks the civilians the exact same question about Saw Gerrera, and they say they have no idea. This might be the dumbest man in all of Star Wars. He just witnesses one of the freedom fighters getting KO'd for not having information, and then he goes ahead and says he doesn't have information either. Why wouldn't you just lie? I mean, I'm sure your lie would be discovered, but maybe you could get away with it for a little bit, find a way to escape, or, make yourself useful or something. Instead, he just goes and says, "We don't know anything. We also don't know anything." After just seeing his comrade get shot for not knowing anything. This man is a real dunce. He gets the dunce of Star Wars award. This guy's a real dummy dum-dum here. Either way, then the stormtrooper actually protests, the coming shooting of the new civilians here. He says, "What are you doing? These are civilians. We're not here to do this. What the heck is going on, man?" And this sort of represents sort of a weird foil to Crosshair, because the stormtroopers are sort of the new baddies, and the clone troopers are supposed to be the old good guys. So it's weird to see the stormtroopers outshining a clone trooper here in terms of morality. But I guess this is supposed to represent how any sort of morality or moral compass in the stormtrooper army is to be quickly squashed. This represents how basically the Empire filters out its old, moral people and gets in new monsters who will just do their bidding. There's no room for having a moral compass in the Empire, and if you have one, you're not lasting very long. So then Crosshair says possibly the most BA line of all of the Bad Batch. "Do you want to know why they put me in charge? It's because I'll do what it takes to be done." And this is straight out of The Dark Knight or something. And after this, we have a small little, spaghetti western style of a Mexican standoff between Crosshair and this stormtrooper, who then dies. So not only has Crosshair killed a prisoner of war, he has now also killed a friendly. He has done friendly fire and killed a prisoner of war. Then finally, Crosshair says to the rest of the stormtroopers, "Finish the mission." To which they quickly start blasting as well as burning alive the civilians. The civilians, burning them alive. So we have the trifecta here: killing a prisoner of war, killing a comrade, and then burning civilians alive. This is truly the darkest scene that I have ever seen come out of an animated Star Wars TV show. I truthfully cannot think of a darker scene. There's a pretty bad scene when, Asajj Ventress goes ahead and stabs one of, was it Havoc Squad on Camino, and then kisses him while he dies in her arms. That was pretty dark. That was pretty nasty. But this is a whole other level of dark. When people say the Bad Batch is a kid show, man, I don't know about that. These are the moments where, if I had a kid and I was having them watch the Bad Batch, I'd be like, oh my goodness, this is dark. This is a dark scene. I'm actually a little bit shocked by how dark it is. I mean, I really actually like the Bad Batch. You can watch my full review of it if you want. It is kind of long, but in the end, I ended up giving it an 82.5 out of 100, and that's a good score from me. I actually really liked it, but I was kind of shocked when this scene came up, like downright startled. This is an intense scene for a kid show. This is like dramatically evil. This is beyond evil. This is a lot, man. I don't know. Just when you start really thinking about what Crosshair's doing here, you get shivers, you get chills from it, and it's well shot too. This is a fantastic scene. I loved this scene, but it's definitely a little bit beyond like even T for teen. Like imagine if this wasn't a cartoon and these were live action, like this would be rated R right here for sure. So it's kind of crazy. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. I just wanted to analyze this scene and talk about it. I thought it was a great scene, just so dark. And I'm wondering if you guys think it's the darkest scene in all of Clone Wars / The Bad Batch, or if you think there's darker. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your own thoughts and opinions. Peace.